Greetings, Dr. Halpuco. We are Group 82, and we have been assigned the California Wildfire 2019 season. Next slide, please. So the fire season took place in approximately 259,823 acres across the entire state of California. Compared to previous seasons, this fire season was fairly moderate with less hot days and less windy days. That being said, 7,860 fires still burned all those acres. And this caused citizens to constantly be on the lookout, listening to emergency services, ready with go bags. And a preemptive measure that was taken was that a lot of electrical companies took place in what they called public safety power shutoffs, where they shut off electricity to various areas so that the lines that ran through fire-prone forests wouldn't cause fires. In general, this caused a lot of turmoil amongst citizens who were trying to have electricity. But the fires have widely been attributed to two reasons: global warming and bad forest management.
Wildfires causes can be divided into two types, naturally occurring and human caused. If a wildfire occurs naturally, the cause is usually something like a lightning strike or just natural combustion. However, most wildfires are actually caused by people just being careless, dropping cigarette butts, not properly taking care of campfires, and playing with fireworks are all common causes. After a wildfire starts, there's three main factors that determine how it will spread: fuel, weather, and topography. Fuel is pretty self-explanatory. It's the amount of flammable material surrounding a fire, and it includes everything from trees and underbrush to dry fields and homes. A small load will cause a fire to spread slowly, while a large one will cause the flames to burn more intensely and spread faster. As far as weather goes, temperatures, wind, and moisture are the most important factors. Hot and dry weather allow a fire to ignite and burn faster, and wind supplies the fire with extra oxygen as well as helps it spread by pushing it across the land at a higher rate. Lastly, the terrain of the land can have a large influence on the behavior of a wildfire. Fires travel faster uphill than downhill, which is why wildfires spread so quickly on mountainsides. Generally speaking, the steeper slope, the quicker a fire will travel. As for why the 2019 fires in California occurred, well, wildfires are already a natural part of California's landscape, but climate change and other human interferences, such as general forest mismanagement, have been driving up the number and frequency of fires. Warmer temperatures, reduced snowpack, and earlier snowmelts create a longer and more intense dry season that's more susceptible to wildfires, and were the main cause of them in 2019.
How the human population was affected. There was a total of 7,860 fire-related incidents in California in 2019 alone. Was estimated more than 259,823 acres were burned and 732 structures were damaged or destroyed. The California wildfire killed 3 people and injured more than 22 people. The wildfires pose as a threat to humans as the wildfires release toxic fumes into the atmosphere from the chemicals in the homes that were burned. Emergency response. The U.S. Forest Service and U.S. Department of Interior officials warned that the wildfires that year would be worse than the year prior. The governor declared state of emergency on wildfires by implementing the forest management projects to protect the communities that were most vulnerable to wildfires. Fire officials stated that because of the preparations and luck that the 2019 wildfires was less destructive and deadly compared to the 2017 and 2018 wildfires. Various electrical companies participated in the public safety power shutoff by shutting off the power lines to try to help prevent more wildfires.
As far as the economic impact, the total reported property damage is estimated to be over $400 million. Past that, countless businesses were burned down or forced to close for extended periods of time. As California is a large contributor to the national economy, clocking in at about 14.6% of the national GDP, it's natural that the impact of the fires had a nationwide effect. Next.
Recurrence and frequency. The 2019 California wildfires had a season of wildfire events occurring mostly in October multiple times. 7,860 had burned throughout that time and caused an extreme amount of damage, not including the other events following the King Cad fire in Sonoma County on October 23rd. The Tick fire and the Getty fire in Los Angeles broke out on October 24th and October 28th, leaving a small time between these two events, creating a high recurrence level in that timeline. California, like much of the West, gets little moisture during the spring and summer, causing wildfires to break out uncontrollably. The wildfire events in 2019 occurred very close together and damaged approximately 259,823 acres of land in California.
In response to the 2019 fires and the ones preceding, the state of California had spent an estimated $221 million in the 2019-2020 fiscal year on fire suppression efforts. The federal government had spent roughly $1.6 billion on fire suppression nationwide.
Here are our sources. This concludes our presentation. Thank you, Dr. Halpugo.